Morning students, myself Bina Tripathi, welcome to your online class.
Students, today I am going to explain you in Geography chapter 7 soils. See students, previous chapter 6 we have learned natural reason. And see students, in this chapter we are going to learn about that soil. Soil means what? See students, the upper layer of earth in which plants grow, a black or dark brown material, typically consisting of a mixture of organic remains, clay and rock particles. That is, we can say the soil. Let's recall, see students, some questions are there. What are the different constituents of soil? From where do the abiotic factors become available for soil formation? On which factors does the variety in the soil depend? While answering the questions above, you must have gathered some information about soil and realized some of its characteristics. Let us consider the soil in more details. So, see students, that means when we are answering the questions, whatever you have gathered some information about soil, and you realize that some of its features means what students? Characteristics. So let us consider the soil in more details. So see students, the parent rock, the climate of the region, the biotic material, the slope of the land and time are the factors which are influence on soil formation. Okay students, so some question will come that what are the factors that influence soil formation students? So answer will be there, the parent rock, the climate of the region, the biotic material and the slope of the land and time are the factors which are influence soil formation. Okay students, factors necessary for soil formation. Parent rock, see parent rock means what? Parent rocks or also sometimes substratums is the original rock which was younger rock or soil is formed, we can say that. Substratum means what? That is foundation. Okay, remember that the parents rock in a region is an important factor in soil formation. And see students, in soil formation we can say the parent rocks play very important role. Depending on the hardness of the rock and the climate of the region, the rock gets withered. So it will totally depends on the climate. If climate of the region are totally different, so it will affect on the rocks and it will start the weathering. Okay, the rock turns into powdery material which further turn into earthy material. Okay, that means the rocks are which are started to get weathered, that rocks turn into powdery materials and afterwards which further turn into earthy material. For example, the basalt rock of the Deccan Plateau in Maharashtra turn into black soil after withering. And see student, there was an example given here. That means the basalt rock of the Deccan Plateau in Maharashtra turns into black soil after withering. And this soil is also referred to as regur soil. That means we can also say the black soil and also we can say that regur soil. Rocks like granite or genesis in South India give rise to red soil. And see students, rocks like granite and genesis in South India, because of these rocks there will be the red soil, and because of the basalt rock there will be the black soil or regur soil. Okay, regional climate, this is also an important factor influencing soil formation. And see students, regional climate also very important factors are there which was influence the soil formation. Withering of the rock is the first step in the process of soil formation. The process of withering depends on the climate of the region. And see students, you know that withering of rock is the first step of the process of soil formation, and the process of withering, that means depends on the climate of region. The climate decides the intensity of withering. That is why one and the same type of rock give rise to different types of soil. When the rocks is exposed to different climates, see students, rocks are one, but because of the regional climates we are getting different types of soil. And see that examples are given in the dry climate of Deccan Plateau, withering of basalt leads to the formation of black soil, whereas in the humid climate of the Western Sahara, the leaching of the same basalt rock leads to the formation of the lateritic soil. So these are differences are there. Rocks are same, but because of the rocks different types of soils are formed. Okay, see the examples are given very clear cut. That means in the dry climate of Deccan Plateau, withering of basalt rock leads to the formation of black soil, and when there will be the humid climate of the Western Sahara, the leaching of the same basalt rock we are getting the formation of the lateritic soil. So these are the differences are there. Okay, so why it is happens? Because of the regional climate. Rocks are one, but because of the rocks different types of soils we are getting. Okay, biotic materials, the withering of rocks turns them into powdery material, but this powdery material is not soil. So see students, that means the weathering of the rocks turn them into powdery material, but this powdery material is not the soil. To turn such powdery material into soil, it is necessary that biotic material get mixed into it, and that is very important students. To turn powdery material into soil, what is very important? So it is necessary that biotic material get mixed into it. The biotic material comes from the decomposition of the remains of the plants and the animals in that region. And see students, that means the biotic materials comes from where? They come from the decomposition of the remains of the plants and animals in that region. The vegetal litters, roots of plants, remains of animals, etc. get decomposed due to the water. Why it was decomposed, students? Because of the due to the water. Microorganisms and certain other organisms help decompose the dead remains of organic materials. The biotic material thus produced get mixed into the soil and is called humus. And see students, the biotic material thus produced get mixed into the soil and is called humus. And see students, if the proportion of humus in the soil is greater, the soil become fertile. So that is very very important. That means if the proportion of the humus in the soil is greater, the soil become fertile, and fertile soil is very good for the production of the any crops. The process of decomposition by living organisms take place continuously. I say students, the process of decomposition by living organism, it take place continuous process. It will never stop. Nowadays, production of vermicompost is undertaken on a large scale. So see students, you know that vermicompost means what? Vermicompost means is the product of the decomposition process using various species of worms. Okay, and or compost means what is student? Compost means decayed organic material used as a fertilizers for growing plant. We can say the compost. Production of compost needs sufficient period of time and elements like organic waste, water, heat, etc. And this bit is very very important student. That means production of compost needs sufficient period of time and elements need like organic waste, water, heat, etc. Time. Soil formation is a natural and slow process. It needs a very long period of time. To form a 2.5 centimeter thick layer of topsoil, it takes thousands of years. See student, time also very important students. See students, soil formation is natural. You know that soil we are getting natural and slow process are there. It needs a very long period of time to form a 2.5 centimeter thick layer of topsoil. It takes students 1,000 of years. How much? 1,000 of years. From this you may understand that soil are invaluable. In the region of high rainfall and high temperature, the process of soil formation is fast. And which place students? There was a high rainfall and high temperature are there. Then what happened that the process of soil formation is faster. And comparatively in region of low temperature, if temperature is low students and there will be low rainfall, then what happened that soil formation take more time. So these are differences are there. That means students, if high rainfalls are there, high temperature are there, the process of soil formation is faster, and when there is a low temperature, low rainfalls are there, soil formation take more time. Okay students, and remember that to form a 2.5 centimeter thick layer of topsoil, it takes thousands of years, and that's why soil is very very important to us. Okay students, humans use the soil gifted by nature as a resources. It is mainly used for agricultural purpose. And see students, humans use the soil gifted by nature. That means we are getting the soil by nature. So soil gifted by nature as a resources. And see students, it is mainly used for what purpose? For agricultural purpose. That means while the farmers are there, they are growing the production of crops with the help of the soil. The soil is very very important. For getting higher production, different types of chemical fertilizers, insecticides are used profusely. And see students, to make higher production of crops, so farmers what they are doing, they are using the chemical fertilizers, insecticides are used profusely. Means profusely means what is in large amount. However, this leads to the degradation of soil, and because of that what happened that farmers are using more and more chemical fertilizers for more production of crops, and because of that what happened, this leads to the degradation of the soil. Okay students, always remember totally cancel students, I have marked with pencil, you need to read this. Okay, try this, it is totally activity based. So see students, there are 3 pots are there, can you see that? So figure 7.1 soil experiment. Take 3 flower pot of the same size. So what you have to do that, you have to take the 3 flower pot of the same size, keep one pot empty, fill the second pot with water after closing the hole at the bottom and third pot with soil. So see students, there are 3 pots are there. So you have to keep one pot empty, fill the second pot with water. Second one you have to fill with water after closing the hole at the bottom and third pot with soil. Put a few seeds in all of them. You may use acerio peas, gram, fenugreek, wheat, green gram, coriander, etc. seeds, etc. So all these are different types of seeds are there. You have to use any one seeds on them. Okay, and keep all the 3 pots in the sun and water the empty pot and the soil filled pots for 4 to 5 days. So see, how do you have to do that? So you have to put any seeds which you like that on that pot and keep all the 3 pot of in the sun and water the empty pot and the soil filled. So all the pot you have to make the water, okay, and also you have to water the empty pot also and the soil filled also. And afterwards 4 or 5 days you do this. Observe and answer the following. Afterwards you have to observe that and answer the following. Some questions are below here students. So it is totally activity based. So what happened to the seeds put in the empty pot and the pot filled water? So you will realize that. So which are the empty pots are there will be no changes will be there, but which pots are filled with the soil and seeds, there will be changes will be there. What happened to the seeds put in the pot filled with soil? What do you learn from this? So remember that students, there are some questions are there. That means in which pot there are soil also there, seeds also there, and waters also there. So automatically you can see that then on them the plant will be grow. But which pot there is no soil is not there, empty, it was empty, then there will be no changes will be there. And which pot only you are filling the water, there will be also not changes that means no changes will be there. So what is very important are there. So in which pot soil also there, seeds also there, and on that pot you put in the water. So what happened that from on that the seed will be automatic grow. So these all changes will be there. Okay students, so to do this it is totally activity based. Geographical explanation. An important component of the living world on the earth is plant. For the production and the growth of plants, soil is indispensable. And see students, for the production and the growth of plants, soil is very important. They provide support to the for plant, and because of soil, plants are grow. Okay students, that soil is very important. Vegetation is abundant in the region that have fertile soil. So see students, example there the equatorial region, that means which place vegetable is abundant in the region that is if soil is fertile, that means soil, if soil is fertile then that place vegetable will grow very large scale, that means plentiful. Abundant means what is that is plentiful. Example, the equatorial region, okay, that place where you know that the crops are grow very large scale because soil is fertile. Okay, we are getting the vegetation in a very plentiful, that means very abundant. However, in the areas where the soil are not fertile, vegetation is scanty. Example in desert region. And say students, which place soil are not fertile, that means soil is not fertile, or what happened that on that place vegetation is scanty means less, and that means example is desert place because desert place water is very less. And where there is shortage of soil students, vegetation is not seen. Example in the polar region. And afterwards next is where there is shortage of soil, where soil is very less, what happened that vegetation is not seen. Example, it is a polar region. So this way it is divided in 3 parts: equatorial region, desert regions, and polar region. Okay students, that means in equatorial region what happened that fertile soils are there, we are getting the abundant of vegetation. And in desert place soil is not fertile, we are getting the vegetation is scanty. And which place shortage of soils are there, vegetation also not seen. Example, it is a polar region. Though favorable climate, availability of abundant water and sunlight are necessary for the growth of plant, and this alone are not sufficient. Fertile soils favor plants growth. And say students, favorable climate is very important, and if there will favorable climates are there, availability of abundant of water are there, and sunlights are necessary for what purpose students, for the growth of plants, and this alone are not sufficient. And this way fertile soils favors plants growth. Favor means what students, approved support or liking for something. Okay students, that is fertile soil very important for the growth of any plants. So see students, think about it. Totally can answer, mark with pencil, no need to read this. Okay students, when man realized that sowing of seeds in the soil leads to the growth of plant and yield crops, he started using soil as a resources. Gradually he realized that the fertile soil along the riverbed give higher yields, Hence, he started in the valley and started living there in a group. This led to the rise of ancient river valley civilization, example the Indus civilization. So, say students, when man learned that, realized that the sowing of seeds in the soil, it is very important, lead to the growth of the plants and yields crops. And afterward, he started using soil as a resources when they learn about that. And say students, he realized that the fertile soil along the riverbed give higher yields, and that means that soil is fertile and it is good for the production of any crops. And this way, students, this led to the rise of ancient river valley civilization. Civilization means what, students? Civilization means what? Human development. Example, the Indus civilization. For the growing population, man started producing high greater amount of food crops. He realized that crop production and prosperity in the agriculture mainly depends on the fertility of soil and the optimum availability of water. And say students, for the growing of population, man started producing greater amount of food crops. Okay, because the population will grow large scale, we also produce more and more crops, and that is very important. And afterwards, he realized that the crop production and prosperity in agriculture mainly depends on fertility of soil. And also they realized that if soil is fertile, then only we make the production of crops very large scale. And if soil is not fertile, then we can't able to make the production of very large scale of crops. Okay, and this way there emerge competitions among people to discover fertile land and settle there. Okay students, and this way their people to discover fertile lands and settle there. When they started to do the agriculture work, they started to settle that place. Later, for getting richer harvest, he made efforts to increase the fertility of soil. In the process, use of different fertilizers became a practice which led to record agriculture production. And afterward, they started to make that richer harvest, made effort to increase fertility of soil, students. Okay, and they can also use different fertilizers. They became the practice, and because of that, it was led to record agriculture production very large scale. And sisters, some important things are there. Food crops, fruits, flowers are produced according to a type of soil. That means soil is very important for production of any crops, fruits or flowers. So see that food crops like jawar and bajra are produced in the Regur soil of Maharashtra plateau. And see students, example, see that jawar and bajra produce the Regur soil, that is black soil of Maharashtra plateau, while soil in the Konkan, Kerala, Tamil Nadu and Karnataka region produce rice. Okay, and see students, soil in Konkan place, Kerala place, Tamil Nadu, Karnataka region, they are producing the what crops? Rice crops, very large scale. And in Madhya Pradesh, potato is cultivated region where the soil are well drained. Okay, and that means students in Madhya Pradesh, potato also grow very large scale. The local agriculture produce determine the staple diet of the people. And this way, students, different types of soil are good for different types of crops. So this example are given here. Okay students, and see students, the region where soil are not arable need to fulfill their food requirement, though import, for example, countries like Saudi Arabia, Qatar, Oman, etc. fulfill their requirement by importing food from China, India and USA. And see students, which place soil is not good, soil is not suitable for to grow the food, that means soil is not good, okay, on that place, their food requirement through they, that means they import, for example, countries like Saudi Arabia, Qatar, Oman, etc. They fulfill their requirement by importing, they are importing foods from where? From China country, from India and the USA. Okay students, the regions where soil are fertile can be self-reliant as far as the food production is concerned. And see students, that means which place? The region where soil are fertile. And what happened that because of soil fertile can be self-reliant as far as the food production is concerned. Hence, human settlements get concentrated in such areas. Agro-based industries flourish in these areas at a later date. For example, sugar factories develop in the sugarcane producing areas. And see which place sugarcane production are very large scale, that place what happens? Sugar factories were developed. And food processing industries develop in the areas where food productions are very large scale. And these are the examples are there. That means simply see students, which place sugarcane production are very large scale, that place what happened? There will be the sugar factories are there. And which place fruit productions are very large scale, that place fruit processing industries will be developed. And these regions later show the sign of development. Okay students, See students, figure 7.2, Maharashtra type and overall distributions of soil. So see students, in this map we are seeing different types of soil are there in Maharashtra state. See the index, major types and distributions of soil index. So see students, there are 5 types of soils are there. Can you see that? Coarse soil, black soil, that is regular soil, laterite soil, alluvial soil, yellow brown hilly region. And also there, which place it was there, the names are shown here in your map. Okay students, so it is self study map. Okay students, some questions are there, so to according to their question to find out the answer. Okay students, so this is a map. Make friends with map, and in this map we are learning about how the different types of soil are there in Maharashtra state, and there are total 5 types of soils are there. Okay students, which are they? That is coarse soil, black soil, regular soil, laterite soil, alluvial soil, and yellow brown hilly region soil. Okay students, observe the map given in figure 7.2 and answer the following question. Okay students, first question, which soils occupies most of the area in Maharashtra? So see students, that is regular black soil, regular soil or black soil, which are occupies most of the areas in Maharashtra. Next one is, in which areas are laterite soil are found? Students, so laterite soil are found in coastal belt of Konkan to the west of Sahyadris and in the east of Vidarbha. Okay students. Next one is, which soil is found in the river valley of Maharashtra? So see students, that is, we can say the regular black soil is found in river valley of Maharashtra. And next one is, which soil is found in part of the Sahyadri range? So that is your students, yellow brown soil is found in part of the Sahyadri range. Okay students. And last one is, in which region is alluvial soil found? So that is your answer students, alluvial soil is found at the mouth of river in Konkan areas. So this is your, you have to self study map, you have to study that, and according to the questions are there, you have to find out the answer. Okay students. Geographical explanation. See students, you have studied that the major soil types of Maharashtra. On the basis of the soil's color, texture, formation process, thickness of layer, etc., we can divide the state soil into 5 major types. So first one, see the coarse soil. So see students, these types of soil is a result of weathering and low rainfall. Let me, which way there is low rainfall, these type of soils are found, and these soils are found where in the students, in the, that is, you found this type of soil where it is in the hilltop place, that is hilltops of the western part of the plateau. Example, Ajanta, Balaghat, and Mahadev Hill. And in this soil, the proportion of humus is negligible in this soil. Okay student, that means the proportion of humus is negligible, means na ke barabar. Okay, in this soil. Next one is regular or black soil. See students, it is found in areas of medium rainfall. Where you find this type of soil student, where which place medium rainfalls are there? That is in the valley and alluvial plain of the river basin. 2 types of this soil are found. How many types of soils are found students? 2 types. One is dark black soil is found in the western part of Deccan Plateau, and next one is medium black soil found in the western part of Vidarbha. Okay students, so these are 2 types of soil are found here, and though it is black in color and proportion of organic component is less in this soil. Okay students. Afterwards, laterite soil. So see students, this type of soil is found in the coastal belt of Konkan to the west of the Sahyadris and in the east of Vidarbha. Which one? That is lateritic soil. Okay students. And in area of very heavy rainfall, that means in this place very heavy rainfalls are there, and because of the heavy rainfall, the eroded rocks get washed away in a very large amount, very great amount. Okay students. As a result, the parent rock lies bare open, and the iron in the rock reacts with the oxygen in the air, causes chemical reaction. And because of that students, that means the parent rock lies bare open, and the iron in the rocks react with the oxygen in the air or causes chemical reaction, and this gives rise to the reddish orange color to the soil. And because of that students, the soil of the color is reddish orange color to the soil. Okay students, which thus is formed. Okay students. Alluvial soil of the coastal strip. Majority of the rivers flowing in the Konkan region are short and flow with great speeds. Oh, see students, that means majority of the rivers flowing in the Konkan region place are short and flow with great speed. Therefore, the alluvial brought of them, it was started to get deposited at the mouth of the river place. And because of that, this soil is found at the mouth of the rivers in the western coastal strips. Okay students. Example, the areas around Panvel, Uran coast, and Dharamtar creek, etc. Creek means what student? That is a stream or narrow river. That place we are finding that alluvial soil. Okay students. Next one is yellow brown soil. These soil are found in the areas of the extreme rainfall. Okay students, that means extreme is very great, and they are not very fertile. That means this place soil is not very fertile, and therefore they are not very useful use for agriculture. That means because the soil is not fertile, and because of the soil is not fertile, they are not used for the agriculture purpose. They are mainly found in Chandrapur, eastern part of Bandara, and part of the Sahyadri mountains. And this way what we will learn, students, we will learn the 5 types of soil which are found in the Maharashtra state. Okay students, try this. See students, it is totally activity based are there. So make 2 small heaps of soil. To make 2 small heaps of soil, students, on one of them sow or any other fast growing seeds. On them, one of them you should sow or any other fast growing seeds. Keep watering that heap for 4 to 9 days. Okay students, after the sapling surface, water both the heap with a watering can. Observe, see figure 7.3. So see what you are observing, that 2 heaps are there. Okay, one heaps you are putting the seeds which are very fast growing, and one heap you are not put anything. Okay, seed will be not there, only soil is there, and you are watering both the heaps. So students, what you are saying that in this heaps, so in which heaps you are putting the seeds, automatically the crops, that means seed will be started to growing, and in which heap you are not put the seeds, there will be no changes will be there. And if watering that, the soil will be, see that it will spread. Okay, and in which heap you are putting the seeds, the soil will be not spread. Why? Because in this seeds are started to growing, and because of the seeds are grow, what happen that it will that means that soil will be not spread. Okay, so can you learn about that? So this is your figure 7.3 soil heap experiment. Okay students, because of that seed the crops are started to grow, and because of that soil also not spread. And which if you are not putting the seed, automatically what happens, if you are watering the water with a can, what happens that the soil will be spread. Okay students, so these are the experiments are there. It is totally activity based. Okay students, soil erosion and degradation. A layer of soil, top layer of soil, get removed due to wind or water. And see students, that means top layer of soil it was started to remove. Why? Because of the wind or water. This means that the soil get eroded. Running water, climate, and diversity in physiography are reason of soil erosion. And see students, what are the reason of soil erosion, students? Running water, climate, and diversity in physiography are the reasons are there of soil erosion. The soil quality may get lowered due to certain reasons. And see, so there are so many reasons are there why the soil quality get lowered. This is called degradation of soil, and that is we can say, students, degradation of soil. When soil quality become lowered or get lowered due to certain reasons, we can say this is called the degradation of soil. To obtain a higher agriculture yields, chemical fertilizers, insecticides, weedicides, etc. are used. The excessive spraying of chemicals and use of chemical fertilizers leads to soil degradation. And see students, nowadays farmers are using more and more chemical fertilizers, insecticide, weedicide. Why? To make the growth of production very large scale. And because of that, what happens, students, because of more and more chemical fertilizers and excessive spraying of chemicals, what happens that it leads to soil degradation. And see students, excessive means what? Immoderate. Okay students, and weedicides means, weedicide is a chemical that is used to destroy weeds, and insecticides means a substance used for killing insect. Okay, and because of the, if we are farmers are using to make the production very large scale, more and more chemical fertilizers, and to stop the insecticides, weedicides, and because of that they are also using the excessive spraying of chemicals, and that make more and more chemical fertilizer, it leads to soil degradation. Okay students, excessive irrigation draw the salt from the soil upward and make the soil saline, and then unproductivity. And see students, excessive irrigations, more and more you can make the irrigations, it draw the salt from the soil upward and make the soil saline. Okay, and then it make unproductive, means that is infertile, not producing. Due to excessive use of chemicals, their residue remains in the soil for many years, and they become a threat to the existence of microorganisms in the soil, and it leads to the lowering of the humus content in the soil, and the plant do not get macronutrients. If the pH of the soil thus get disturbed, it is the sign of the soil degradation. And see students, microorganism is not an organism that can be seen only through a microscope. Okay, students, that is because the microorganism. And see students, due to the excessive use of chemicals their residue remains in the soil for many years, what happens that they become a threat to the existence of the microorganisms in the soil, and it leads to lowering of the humus content, okay students, in the soil, and the plant do not get micronutrients. And see students, if the pH of the soil thus get disturbed, it is a sign of the soil degradation. See the picture are there, figure 7.3, a soil degradation, okay students. So in this soil you are not able to grow any crops, so soil become, see the degradation, okay students. And this soil is examples are there of soil degradation, okay students. In this soil you can't grow anything, any crops, okay students. Do you know totally cancel student? I mark with pencil, no need to read this, okay. See student, do you know totally cancel? See the picture are there, 7.3b, soil erosion. See the pictures are there students. Can you see that how the soil erosion because of the winds, because of the climate, okay students, because of the running water, these are reasons are the why the soil erosion. And see the picture 7.3, soil erosion, okay students. Soil conservation. Considering the importance of soil, it is necessary to conserve it. It is necessary to protect the soil, fertile soil of farmland from getting washed out due to rain. Soil conservation includes the work like constructing of embankment and planting trees on them. So see students, we have to conserve the soil, and for that we have to make more and more tree plantation. See students, embankment means what? A wall of a stone or earth that is built to stop a river from flooding or to carry a road or railway. That is because of the construction of embankment and planting trees on them. Construction of gully plugs against the steep slopes, etc. Such work are taken up by the Department of Soil Conservation. Okay, students. See, students, planting trees can also control the velocity of the wind. This helps reducing the erosion of soil by wind, and that's why we make more and more tree plantation. And see, students, the plant root hold the soil, and this also reduce the erosion of soil. And because of that, plant root, if you grow the more and more tree plantation, what happen that the plant root hold the soil, and this also reduces erosion of soil. Under soil conservation, the continuous counter trenches, that is CCTS, are constructed along the slopes, okay students. Construction of such trenches at different height check velocity of water running along the slopes and hence reduce soil erosion. The water arrest in these trenches percolate into the ground, and that is very very important, okay students. See the figure, afforestation. See that more and more tree plantation. Afforestation means to grow more and more tree, okay. See that CCT, and see the counter bunding, okay students. See the where, okay. Can you see that? Afterwards, see students, the government of Maharashtra has implemented the watershed, that is catchment area development program, okay students, under which construction embankment along slopes in rural areas, introducing CCTS along steep slopes, etc. are undertaken. And this led to the success of the scheme Arrest Water, Let It Percolate. This has resulting in rising the groundwater level and reducing the erosion of soil. And see students, the government of Maharashtra, what it was make that, it was implemented the watershed catchment area development program, okay. And because of the under which construction embankment along slopes in rural areas, it will introducing CCTS along steep slopes, etc. are undertaken. And because of that, it led to the success of this scheme Arrest Water, okay students, and Let It Percolate. And this has resulted in rising the groundwater level and reducing the erosion of soil. And recently, students, the government has launched a scheme called Jaluk Shivar, and under this scheme, works like construction of farm bund, arresting water of small stream, connecting the stream, etc. are being carried out very large scale, okay students. And see students, it is advisable to reduce the excessive use of chemical fertilizer and pesticides. If organic manure, vermicompost, compost are used regularly, it helps maintain the pH balance, increase the proportion of humus, and retain the fertility of soil. So see, so what is very very important are there. So we have to use that, that means to for make the production of the crops, use that chemical fertilizer but less, not to make more and more use of chemical fertilizer. And if you are using the more and more chemical fertilizer and pesticide, what happens that it made the soil infertile. So not to use all this thing. It is very advisable to all the to the farmers and for the peoples, okay. And this way, see students, if you are using that less, that means if you reduce the excessive use of chemical fertilizer and pesticides, if organic manure, vermicompost, compost are used regularly, then what happens that students, it helps maintain the pH balance, increase the proportion of humus, and retain the fertility of soil. And this way it will increase the proportion of humus and retain the fertility of soil. Okay students, and also the keeping the farmland fallow or for some period and cultivating different crops alternatively is very important to help retain the fertility of soil. So see students, what we will learn in this, how to conserve the soil. Okay students, let's see the pictures are there. Afforestation, CCT and counter burning. Okay students, exercise. Question number 1, complete the following table. Question number 2, why do the following occur? Question number 3, give information on. Question number 4, complete the following table with reference to soil. So see students, all these are the assignment I am giving to you as your homework. You have to do this in your notebook or in your workbook and read this lesson twice, 2 times properly. I hope that you understood this lesson. Thank you.